Last, we have Luke Thompson. You can always see Luke talking about birds in one way or another. It's pretty fascinating what all he knows. Everyone give it up for the bird man, Luke Thompson.
For possibly the first time in my life, I'm actually not going to talk about birds. I'll start out with a story from this year. It's a cool, misty autumn night. After finishing my shift at work, instead of heading home to rest, I beeline for a forested mountainside. A forecast of rain has brought me and two good friends to this moss-laden creek bed, hoping that moisture-loving salamanders will exit their daytime haunts to wander the world on the surface. While the silence of an October night falls over the forest, we meander slowly up the creek, methodically checking every little crack in the rocks and scanning the dead leaves, hoping that the uneven brown, yellow, and red layer over the forest floor will be broken by the shape of a salamander. With time, we start to find a few of these amazing creatures. An aptly named green salamander peers back at us from a tree next to a lichen-covered rock face, while neon orange two-line salamanders wander the boulders by the creek, and the creatively named slimy salamanders poke their heads out of the leaf litter, exposing a galaxy of gold and white flecks juxtaposed against their black bodies. Every moist area in the creek has dusky salamanders, varying from intricately patterned gold, red, and black juveniles to hefty, mottled brown adults. After 4 hours of searching, we finally decide to call it quits at 2 a.m. for the sake of sleep. While walking our way back to the car, we're able to reflect on what brought us here. On a remote, rainy mountainside where no sane person would be in the early hours of the morning. We all know that it's more than just the salamanders. The salamanders take us to a place that others don't realize the beauty of, with its seeping, glistening rock faces, tumbling boulder fields, steep ravines, and peppering of colorful fall leaves from the surrounding forest. The salamanders bring us closer together. They make us learn about life and how it works, and they force us to realize that all of our petty human worries are far from all there is in the world. That night, we learned, depending on your definition of learning, as much, if not more, than we did in classes, all while being enthralled by the beauty and wonder of the natural world. This final thought strikes me every time I'm outside, whether I'm birding, looking for salamanders, or just wandering through the forest. The most real, fulfilling, and enjoyable way to learn something is not through chasing grades in the classroom, but outside, actually experiencing the world. This isn't a complete knock on the school system. I do believe we can learn meaningful lessons and information from school. However, as I briefly touched on earlier, most of us fall into the grade chasing category, which is detrimental to your ability to learn. I see it every day. Kids listening only until they filled out their notes, asking questions just to answer a question on their homework, arguing with teachers to slightly raise their grades, participating in extracurriculars only to improve their resume. To gain the most from your experience here at Baylor, I encourage you to actually listen to learn, ask questions out of curiosity, and engage with the amazing faculty that we have here. When I reflect on my time here at Baylor, it's not the days in the classroom that stand out. It's the moments talking with faculty. Tim Williams speaking with his humble wisdom, Ben Holt nerding out about salamanders, Miss Ott diving into the nuances of a book. When you decide to do something, think about how fulfilling it will actually be. If you realize that it is for a resume, to outcompete others for a fleeting moment of superiority or victory, I encourage you to rethink that decision. I may not be the best of students, but I've been extremely lucky to be able to follow my passion for nature through high school. And because of that, I've learned triple the amount that I would have if I had just went through the motions to improve my GPA. And I'm less anxious, happier, and more fulfilled in life because of it. Don't live life for a resume. Live to learn, live to find real experiences, live to find fulfillment. With that, all I have left is some acknowledgments. Thank you to all the Walkabout leaders for a wonderful time in such an amazing program. It wouldn't be what it is without you. Tim Williams, you will never understand the immense impact that you have on all of the students who are lucky enough to spend time with you. Thank you to the uncountable amount of people who have supported my maniacal obsession with birds and the outdoors. I wouldn't be the person I am, following my passions, without your support. Thank you to all the teachers here at Baylor who have supported me through my 7 years, even when I disregard homework responsibilities to go birding, hiking, or climbing. There are too many of you to name. And to my research teacher of 3 years, Ben Holt, thank you. Mr. Holt has challenged me more than anyone here at Baylor, but he has been amazingly supportive through those challenges. He's always willing to give in-depth explanations of my many inquiries on nature and science without second thought. And never mind how busy he is with being a dorm parent, soccer coach, and teacher for 5 classes, all whilst working on his PhD. He finally got me to step out of my bird-obsessed box and get into salamanders, snakes, and more. He has supported my obsessive passion for the natural world more than anyone else and grown me into a better person, naturalist, and researcher. Words can never express how grateful I am for you, Mr. Holt. And finally, thank you to my friends. Brennan, you've been here since 6th grade, always there to make me laugh at some ridiculous joke. Claire, you forced me actually to reach out to other people and be more accepting of others. Because of you, I'm now friends with Gabe, Sophia, and Coden, and willing to talk to more people than just a small circle. Abby, we couldn't be more far apart in our desires and passions in life, but you've been there for me whenever I need you. Whether it be when I'm pushing a college deadline or when me and my entire family needs a ride on a cold, rainy night when our car got a flat. Coden, Gabe, Claire, Abby, Brennan, Sophia, I love all of you, and I'm incredibly grateful for our time together at this school. And thank you to all of you in this room for making it such an amazing ride. Thank you.